Hello everyone, I Rachna H. Kalapnavar, lecturer in Electrical and Electronic Department, Jain Polytechnic, Belgavi. Today in this video, I am going to cover biasing and characteristics of diode from Semiconductors and Diodes unit. For more my videos, subscribe Architect YouTube channel. Next we'll see what are the contents of today's video, that is main objectives, what and all we are going to cover in this video. First, PN junction diode, next depletion region, biasing of diode, forward bias and the reverse bias. Next is the characteristics of diode, forward bias and the reverse bias condition. In the last class, we discussed about the p-type and the n-type material types of the extrinsic semiconductor. P-type is a extrinsic semiconductor is formed by adding the trivalent impurity, and the n-type semiconductors are formed by the adding the pentavalent impurity. In the p-type, as we are adding the trivalent impurity, the holes are the majority carriers. That is, a one vacancy will be there, so that is contribute the whole current. So holes are the majority carriers and the electrons are minority charge carriers. That is, less number will be their electrons and more numbers of holes will be there. Similarly, for n-type, electrons are the majority charge carriers and the holes are the minority charge carriers. If we combine both the materials, p-type and the n-type material, we will get the diode. That is, a diode is a semiconductor device and it consists of the p and n-type terminal, n-type and two terminals, anode and the cathode. Main important characteristics of diode is it allows the current to flow in only one direction. So this is a symbol of diode. P-type is nothing but anode and n-type is act as a cathode terminal. See, formation of PN junction. One is the p-type, next material, this pentavalent added extrinsic semiconductor, and n-type is a trivalent and this is the pentavalent. Pentavalent electrons are majority charge carriers, that is n-type electrons are majority charge carriers. In the p-type, holes are the majority charge carriers. In between that junction, what and all will happen, that we'll see in the depletion layer concept. So this is about the PN junction diode. Next we'll see what is the depletion region. See here in this diagram, a narrow region formed at the junction which does not contain any free charge carriers is called as the depletion region. See here, P region, N region. In N region, electrons are the majority charge carriers and holes are the minority. P region, holes are the majority charge carriers and electrons are the minority charge carriers. Due to this difference in the concentration, diffusion takes place. Always, if any difference in the concentration, diffusion will be taking place. What happened? These electrons are trying to recombine with the holes, and holes move towards to recombination with the electrons. So at the junction, these electrons going to fill at the recombination with the holes. What happened? The electron leaving that atom, then it will become the positive ion. So this is a positive layer, that is a positive charge carriers will be formed here, ions. What are the holes which is taking the electrons, that is accepting the electrons, will become the negative ions. So like this, leaving that electrons, positive ions, and accepting the electrons, negative ions. So this at the junction, this layer of charge carriers will be formed. Here it is giving the electrons, that is positive ions will be formed, and here it is accepting the electrons, negative ions will be formed. When this layer is formed here at the junction, it is what it will become, it is not allowing, next onwards it will not allowing these electrons to recombination with the holes. The one potential barrier, it will act as a wall. That time these electrons will not go towards the P region to recombination with the holes, because whatever is the positive here's ion layer and negative ion layer, it is not allowing to pass through that. So it will act as a wall like structure, that is, it is not allowing. So potential barrier we can call it as. So it forms the one barrier voltage. Now onwards, the more electrons crossing the junction here to recombination with the holes. So this layer is called as there is no free charge carriers. If there is no free charge carriers, there is no free electrons. This region is called as the depletion layer or depletion region. So now how we can utilize this as a to become as a diode, that is conducting. How we can make it as a conducting, that we'll see now. So first, this PN junction, what is a biasing? Biasing is nothing but giving a DC voltage or to the any electronic device is called as the biasing. So if it is no bias condition, then what will happen? You are not applying any bias condition, then no voltage is applied, then no current will be flowing, does not flow any current in the diode. So this condition is the no bias condition. See here, in the p type holes are more, electrons are less. In the n type electrons are more, holes are less, and this is as usual a depletion layer. I told that in the n type leaving the electron, so positive ion. P type accepting the electron, so negative ion. This act as one potential barrier. We are not applying any voltage, so as it is, it will be there. Suppose if you are applying the forward bias, what is the meaning of forward bias? See here, this P region is connected to positive of the battery and N region is connected to the negative of the battery, or DC supply is called as the forward bias condition. You can remember P to P, N to N. So positive P type to positive, N type to negative. So at that time what happened? Here N type is connected to negative of the, here electrons are there, it is repelling. Negative charge will start repelling and it pushes the electrons towards to the barrier. This is a depletion region. So more electrons will start to flow from here N to P type like this. And same way holes also move like this. It is also positive repulsion, moves will be moved towards the junction. So recombination, and again the electrons will be continuing the path. If flow of electrons is there, then what happen? There is a flow of current. There is a current start to flow and diode is in the conducting state. So when the diode is in conducting state, when it is in the forward biasing condition, it starts to conduct. Next, if it is suppose reverse of this, reverse bias condition means N region is connected to the positive and P region is connected to the negative of the DC supply. It's called as the reverse bias condition. See, we can see here, if electrons are there and here positive charge means here obviously here is the attraction, not inside the junction or inside the diode is not going, it is outside of that. So electrons whatever are there, it is repelling from the positive supply, and holes whatever are there repelling from the negative supply. But here holes are the minority charge carriers, whatever are those, so will try to cross this junction. Similar way here, what are the minority charge carriers, electrons are there, will try to move across the junction. Very less current will be start to flow in the reverse bias condition. As a result, the width of the depletion region start to increase because all the majority carriers will be repulsion. It is not going towards the junction, it is repelling by the battery. Positive electrons will be like this repelling, and only holes, only very less amount of holes, and here less amount of electrons will be trying to cross this junction. As a result, resistivity increases and the width of the depletion region increases. In case of forward bias condition, the width of the depletion layer will be less. In case of reverse bias condition, the width of this depletion layer will be more. As a result, there will be no current flowing towards in the diode, but due to minority charge carriers are very less, current will be start to flow. It is a very negligible. It is about the reverse bias condition. So diode will be start to conduct only during the forward bias condition and not conducting during the reverse bias condition. So this you have to remember. Next, we'll see about the some characteristics of PN junction diode, how it is working and all will be seeing. See here, you can see the characteristics of the PN junction diode. What happened during the forward bias characteristics? Forward bias means we have in this image you can see characteristics. You can see this is a forward bias and this is a reverse bias characteristics. What happened during the forward bias characteristics? Starting, the current will not start to increase. It will almost zero. After 0.7 voltage, the current start to increase rapidly. Why? Because if you are using the silicon during forward bias is nothing but what? P type is connected to positive and N type is connected to negative. Okay, silicon breakdown voltage is 0.7. That potential barrier should break down there. Then only there is a start to flow of electrons. Then the current start to flow. For that, if you are using the silicon material, you require the 0.7 voltage. You have to cross the 0.7 voltage. Then only your current start to conduct in the diode. So starting, it is called as a knee voltage. So at the point where the diode start to conduct, that voltage is called as the knee voltage. So before that knee voltage there is no conduction, but after that knee voltage the current start to increase very rapidly and voltage become almost constant. You can see here, if is a voltage also in more and current also increasing, then it will be like this, but it is a exponential after 0.7 voltage. Means after 0.7 voltage current increases to very high value very rapidly and voltage becomes a constant during the forward bias condition. What about in the reverse bias characteristics? See, in the reverse bias, I told that there is no very less amount of current will start to flow in the reverse bias characteristics. Very high voltage we have to apply to break down that potential barrier. That is the depletion layer breakdown has to take place. Then only charge carriers will start to move in that. For that, for reverse bias condition, we need, because the width of the depletion region will be more, so you need a more voltage to break that potential barrier. So after breaking down also current start to increase, but the diode will become damaged. It is a damage, that is a reverse saturation current you can call, but the diode will become the damage at that condition. So usually we will operate the diode in the forward bias condition only. In the reverse bias, after very much high voltage, after giving high voltage only, the potential barrier will break down, current start to increase, but it will be damaging the diode. So this is about the VI, voltage ampere. See, voltage in the x-axis, current in the y-axis. So VI characteristics of PN junction diode. I hope you well understood about the junction diode, how it is formed and how the depletion region is formed. What about potential barrier and biasing of diode of the no bias, forward bias and the reverse bias. When the diode will start to work, and which biasing condition and all that we discussed today, that is a forward bias condition, the diode start to work. And the VI characteristics of diode, what happened in the forward bias and what happened in the reverse bias. In the forward bias condition, after knee voltage for silicon 0.7 and for germanium 0.3, the diode start to conduct. After the knee voltage, the current start to increase very high rapidly and voltage becomes constant. This is about the VI characteristics of diode. So this is about the today's lecture. Thank you.